What in the world is going on, everybody? Happy New Year. What is going on, Karen?
Oh, Happy New Year. I have a good feeling about this year. I have a good feeling.
Okay. Do
hmm
tell. What's the feeling? What's the feeling?
Well, not that bad things won't happen, because I'm sure that won't be true. But just that a lot of good things will happen.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
that will
Yeah,
balance out on the favor of the good.
there it is. I love that. I love on the favor of the good. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you get that to the hashtag that one. On the favor of the good.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, we are back in business. This is the first live of the year. What is going on, everybody? I am Lawrence Henderson, one of the co-creators of the C3 Call to Conscious Leadership, or the Conscious Leadership Co-op. Or I'm telling you, we've done so much over the last year in 2021. So I'm extremely grateful that we get to be back launching these again, but also with Karen. And Karen, please ground folks on the message, the mindset, and motive behind C3.
To put it real simply, it's just that we'll get further faster together.
Hmm.
We'll be
Hmm.
more powerful together. We're all making our own ripples, and if we can put them together and share the wisdom, share the knowledge, we'll be able to spread conscious leadership faster, and that will resolve a lot of, not all, but many of many of the pains that we experience as professionals today.
Hmm. Yeah, I love that. And I think, getting further faster, again, it's that old quote, you can go, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. And I tell you what, 2021, people say that quote a lot, but 2021, I tell you, it came to life for me. That was a personally gratifying year together with and being in support of so many business partners and just partnering with you and just the growth and just the maturation of trying new things and it's one thing to do it by yourself, Karen, but then to have others to kind of sharing the experience with you, and you're able to banter and throw things off the wall with each other, has been immensely valuable to me, with personally, professionally, and all that good stuff. And so we always like to do these things, setting intentions and different things like that. Before we get into the game of asking everybody else what theirs is, Karen, what was the intention you set for yourself?
For 2021 or 2022?
2022.
Oh, 2022. So to bounce off what you were just saying, 2021 was definitely a needed year of hope. And my partnership with you, as well as other
Hmm.
partnerships, again, was a reinforcement.
Hmm.
That the hope isn't misplaced.
Yep.
That in spite of the divisiveness of the times, that there are people who are willing to work with you,
Hmm.
to lift you up, to give you a voice, and professionally, that was really enriching. My theme, it's not really a word, it's a theme for 2022, is to diversify that co-creation, to
Hmm.
spread out what I learned in 2021 as far as how much I can co-produce with people that is good and
Hmm.
moves us forward
Hmm.
in 2021, to extend that out to creative projects that I
Hmm.
have going on, books that I've been writing, movies, TV shows, songs, just and making that be what engages me in
Hmm.
my life in all realms.
Ah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, and I would tell you mine. The intention set for me was really just being better in 2022, and building on the foundation. And I really see 2021 being a full year of actual business operation. Yes, I started off full time boss in 2020, but I'd say 2021 was the first full year of business operation, because I believe 2020 was a reset year in a lot of ways for a lot of people because of the pandemic and just people trying to figure it out. In 2021 was really where I was able to lay some really, really good ground. And now it's about building better, nurturing myself, family, relationships, being more conscious in everything that I do, not only in word, but in practice. And so leveling up in coaching and all aspects of my business. So I'm really, really excited about all that's happening out there. So as you are listening to us across platforms, begin to engage with us in kind of your intentions, but we're also going to give you a fun way to share in the intention setting for what today is. And so, Karen, are there any people you want to shout out as a part of kind of our community before we get going with this game?
Well, I definitely hope that Bill made it here because I know he was trying to use the link before and it didn't
Mm,
work. So hopefully, if you're on LinkedIn, you got a notification that we're live on Lawrence's page.
hmm.
You made it in here. You're here, and I'd love to know what everybody else's word or theme, their intention for 2022 is. And I also wanted to share another change that I made starting last year. We talked about this in
Hmm.
January of last year, but that I shifted from goals to possibilities.
Ah, love it.
And yeah, goals felt so heavy after 2020.
Hmm.
So many failed goals, it's just like, man, do I really want to go through the work of, creating a list of things that I feel like I have to live up to, even with
Hmm.
all that's against me, and who knows what else could be against me in 2021.
Hmm.
So I have started off the year more motivated than I've ever been before,
Oh,
just
wow.
because I'm I'm living in possibilities,
Mm,
not pressure,
mm,
of what's possible. Bill, if you're here, definitely let us know. If you're here at all, let us know. We don't know. I don't know you're here until you comment.
yeah.
And I definitely want to, this meeting, this initial Answer the Call to Conscious Leadership event is really all about engaging. And that is our collective goal for C3 in 2022. It's to engage. How do we grow? How do we engage? How do we further the mission of co-creating conscious leadership? And and we know that we have a lot of great professionals in our community who
Hmm.
have been involved in other similar missions or organizations or other similar things, and that's great. There's room for all of that. We want to know how we can touch these communities, how they can touch us, how can we engage, how can we connect. If we continue to work siloed or even just in smaller communities, we'll make some progress. But we want to know who's in the community. I have an initiative to schedule some networking events, invite people to chat with me. There's a lot of people in the C3 community I've never talked to, never met. So glad they're there.
Hmm.
Very glad, obviously, for the people that I do know that are in the C3 community as well. But that's my goal. If you're here in our community, we want to know who you are. We want to know what you're up to. We want to know how can we serve you and how can you serve the community.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool, y'all. So I'm about to share some amazingness because I'm a big kid at heart, and I love being able to just engage, and I love that word, Karen, of just engagement.
Hmm.
And y'all, we're gonna engage you today. So I don't know if anybody's ever played Kahoot, but we created a couple questions for you all. And so over the next several minutes, we want and invite you to engage with us via these questions that we have. And so the best and first way that we're gonna get started off, you got to get logged into this thing. It's creating a pin for you. And no, you don't have to download any apps and all the rest of this stuff. All you got to do is www.kahoot.it and then put that pin in, and you'll be able to see your name start popping up as a player. So go, let's do it now, everybody. And so I'm doing this real time with y'all. I didn't cheat and do it earlier. All right. I'm entering the pin 971. And y'all see, and we're doing this live. So y'all get to play along with us. And so this is me. You'll see names start popping up. All right. I'm in the house, y'all. I'm in the house. I'm on the screen. You can do this on your desktop or on your cell phone. You do it on your desktop or yourself. Come on, y'all. Jump on in here. I see you watching. Don't be a looky Lou. Jump on in here.
Looky Lou.
Don't be just a looky loo. Come on.
I'm just making sure that the correct link, the one that works, is up everywhere so that people can get in here and
Jump
access and have
into
fun. Have some
Kahoot.
fun with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Great job. Great thought. Because I'm gonna do it across other platforms.
Yeah. I don't know how I can edit this.
Got you, Troy. Just put the code out there.
All right.
Let's see. Let me copy this. The
Looks like
code,
Bill's
Troy,
in.
is 9714097. 9714097.
Nice.
And now everybody gets to see me playing around on my desktop. So yeah, that's what y'all see. All right, it's official. All right, where are y'all at? I'm waiting for y'all. I'm waiting. I'm in here.
7-1.
9714097. I'm waiting. There's Karen.
I'm here.
All right, come on, y'all. Jump on in here. Jump on in here. All right, I'm gonna give you another minute. Give you another minute. Like everybody's like, oh my God, so much pressure. So much pressure. So everybody's gonna see if I'm working or not. Yes, this is professional development. That's what this is.
Yeah, it
Nine.
counts. Tally it.
It does. It does. 97140. There's T Roy,
Nice.
my buddy Troy out there.
Welcome.
9714097. All right. Where's Bill at?
Bill just got in, so
Okay.
hopefully he's getting his Kahoot on.
All right. All right. The rest is easy selling after this. You just get to add stuff to it.
Yeah, while we're waiting for some people to get in here,
Mhm.
I also wanted to give a shout out to everybody who contributed to C3 last year. All of our panelists,
Mhm.
obviously our ConCon speakers and sponsors.
Mhm.
I'm really looking forward to more
Definitely.
co-creation.
Definitely. Definitely. Uh-oh, we got a couple more folks jumped in. Garen, Mr. Whitlock, what's going on? Troy's back. Chance. It's good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. All right. Give Bill another 30 seconds and then I'm gonna hit start on this thing.
There's a delay. Okay, Troy,
Got
thanks.
it. Appreciate you, sir.
All right, we'll give Bill another minute then.
Can you hear the little goofy music?
No.
Oh my goodness. How do I share my audio? Because it's like a little. Let me see if I could. I don't know if I can share my audio because it's hilarious. Let's see. Nope. Maybe it's just on my end.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
We're just waiting for people to get in there.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if
Appreciate you,
that's
Troy.
pronounced Garen or
Garen. Yep.
Sharon. Garen.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, y'all. So, what's up, Chance?
Hello.
All right. So, we're about to get started, folks. So, here we go. It's a countdown. It's a word cloud. What was your word for the year? Type your answer. And you'll start soon. Come on. Got two answers.
Oh, thanks, Paul. Thanks for logging in. Did you get into Kahoot? We'd love to have you in there. We're gonna have some fun.
Uh-oh. It's not showing my answers. Where are answers?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. See? Technology. We're trying to
Yeah.
have some fun. So who responded? I got better was mine.
I
Got
put diversified co-creation.
Paul, I love
Paul's
it.
got
Hope.
hope. Yes.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So let's
Oh, there we go.
there it is.
All right.
Ooh, diversify co-creation.
Wellness.
Somebody respond in the chat. All right, I love that. Wellness. I love it. I love it. All right, here's our next one.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I
Oh,
think it was
definitely.
about survival for so long.
Exactly.
Who is familiar who has done work in mission-based community building? Yeah. Um,
And this could be you or someone you know. And when we talking about community building, we're talking about building networks like this, networks that can support events like Conscious Leadership Conference and all those good things. So yeah, anybody. This doesn't have to be you. But we would love it if it were you and you're playing.
okay, this is cool.
Yeah,
I've never done Kahoot before, so this
really.
is a yeah.
Oh yeah, the anticipation is building. Okay, we got several answers coming in. Players are typing the answers. You got 30 seconds. You see the countdown. It's counting down.
It occurs to me. I'm on the board for my community center in
Okay.
McComb. It's an initiative that started way back in 2007, but it didn't get built till
Hmm.
2016. And it was like we got to put the community back in the community center, but
Yeah,
challenges around that. So
exactly.
so we've had to reinvent community in some ways over the last couple of years too.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Show answers. Working on Garen. Okay. All right, Garen. You about to get hit up. All right. Working on garnering interest. Yeah. And yeah, yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. So good. All right. Here's another one. Another brainstorm question. Who do you know that will be a great person to have on live? So we're
Mm-hmm.
looking for panelists. We're looking for panelists, conscious leadership panelists. So who do you know that we should have on board?
I want to get it in. What I just said yes. Submit.
Yep. All right. Gives everybody two
Right.
options.
Oh, I put two in one. Oh well.
No, it's all good. No, it's going to show.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. All right. So somebody out there, I know just basically everybody on this list of people who are playing right now, I believe, have the opportunity to be panelists on our conscious leadership
I like that,
series.
Garen. Shared growth,
Yep.
make good men better. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it. 30 more
I'd
seconds.
love to know how you're doing that.
And those of you who are not familiar with Kahoot, I can show you. And if you're in an organization that would love this, Troy, I don't know why I didn't think about this. We're members and board members. It's a president in another organization. So Troy, we can use this with our board and some other folks too.
I'm gonna mute for a second because my birds are going nuts.
All right. So what starts happening? We get to see all of these people and have the opportunity to pull them in. So, ooh, I know Anna Marie. Who put Anna Marie?
I did. You know
Did you?
Anna Marie? Oh, that's
Yeah.
because I introduced you guys. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it
you
was.
did. You did. Oh, that's a Greg
Who said
Carr.
me? I want to know who that
Who's
is.
me? Who's the
Yeah.
me? You can't put me and not put your name.
Put in your comments who me is so we can get in touch with
Who
you.
is me?
Can make
All
that
right.
happen.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. So, yeah. So we're going to capture all these names: Bob Dickerson, Greg Clark. All right. So here's the deal. If you have a direct connection to these people, shoot them and us, connect us in LinkedIn via direct message. So that way they know who we are and we can, and it's not a cold connection. It's a warm connection because of you. Chance post, of
Chance.
course.
All right.
Oh
Thanks,
yeah.
Chance.
I love it, Chance. Oh yeah. All right. So here's our next brainstorm.
Well, I guess Chance is one of those, right?
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Chance might want to be the panelist instead of the co-host. So
I
let me
know.
just explain co-hosting while you guys are voting or putting it in. And we have a standard operating procedures that we would share with you on how we set it up, how we promote it, how we get people in the events, and how you can set it up on your end, from the technical aspect. It's something you totally co-create with your co-host. You can invite a co-host, or you can mine the C3 community for a co-host. We can absolutely do some outreach. And then as far as panelists and topics, you can pull from the topics that'll be produced from this, or you can come up with your own topic, or you can just say, there's a panelist I really want to invite to this. And the topic can be based on the panelist that you want, but you are the one managing it. And it's a really great opportunity for you to obviously get extra visibility, but it's also a really great opportunity to give other people in your community and your network an opportunity to take the stage, to promote what they're doing. It's a great way to nurture your network. That's what I love about co-hosting these events. Although, of course, today we don't have a panelist, but we are. I've been so excited to see how this goes, all this Kahoot engagement. And I
Okay.
love. Thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for engaging. I'm really
Definitely.
loving this so far.
Oh yeah. No, this is a blast. Hey, it's a Kahoot. Yes, I'm here all day, folks. I'm here all day. Throw your answers in. Who would you love to see co-host? All right, got some more answers that came in. I love it. I love it. Great job, folks. Thank y'all for these names. Great job. So full transparent. Yeah, I know you are,
All right,
Tamiko. I
Tamika.
know you are, Tamiko. And guess what? Guess what you're about to see? Ha! 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 Look at that name pop up.
Did you put that in there?
I put that there.
Excellent,
See,
excellent.
right on screen. That was on
Yeah,
time, Tamiko. Great job. See, you felt it. You felt it coming. Right? Put it out
it's meant to
there.
be.
There it is. So some more word clouds. What topics are we working on?
Mm.
What are some things that we're all currently working on?
I can't fit it all.
Yeah, I know, right? But I was forgot it had a character limit.
All right, everybody knows commons communication, right?
Yep,
All right. Well, you'll know which one is mine
yep.
now.
It's funny. You get to shorthand. You get start getting real good at shorthand.
Like you're creating a license plate.
Exactly. What conscious leadership topics are you working on, folks? Troy, I know you're working on some amazing stuff. Garen, I know you are working on some stuff too. Tamiko's always working on something super conscious. Let's see. Man, I wish I could hear this music. This music is hilarious.
So I guess it's coming through your computer.
Yeah,
Your
it's coming.
phone.
Yeah, it's coming
Oh,
through my headphones.
can you
I'm gonna figure it out for next time, y'all.
can you hum it?
It's like a dun dun dun, dun, boom, 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 dun, 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 boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I've never been on a LinkedIn Live like this. I'm telling you right now, you've never been on one. This is us being at our fullest conscious
Yeah.
right now. I love it. I love it. So,
we,
and I
we,
promise
we
this is the
take our
last
work
question.
seriously, but ourselves lightly, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Development planning. Got it. Staffing. Yeah. Org leader coaching. Yeah. I love that. Non-threatening communication. No, I love that. Yeah. So I appreciate you all participating in this because that was our last one.
Oh, no
That
worries,
was
Darren.
that was our last one. And normally and so here's what's happening now. Just in case you want to utilize me as a co-host of a Kahoot, what's happening is the fastest responses get scored. And so if you ever wanted to pass out any prizes after any Kahoots or anything, it's about the fastest correct responses. So this was all survey
Oh,
and all the rest of that. And all the good stuff. So yeah,
that's
that's
fun. I'm going to be using that in
oh yeah.
2022.
Oh
That is
yeah.
fun. I like it.
So Karen, after as all that, and what we'll do with all of your responses, be on the lookout for a message from us to get involved with our community. And those of you who said you have, some experience in that community based and mission based community building, I'm definitely going to reach out to you because again, we love it when you're involved with causes that are meaningful to you. But there's also, as we talk about conscious leadership, not just in a contextual manner, but in an operational manner. How do we begin to put these things into practice? And I know, Karen, that is something near and dear to you. These aren't just concepts. These are a way to begin practicing in an intentional way. And so for people out there that are not familiar maybe with conscious leadership, what does it look like to operationalize conscious leadership?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are things that we want to help you all with. And I know Karen, you actually have there's a coaching modality around conscious leadership, isn't there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. In fact, I've developed a curriculum called the Corporate Consciousness Ripple Blueprint. I was in the midst of launching it actually when you and I first connected,
Hmm.
and I rethought the way I wanted people to engage in it. So instead of just filling seats in a program, what I really wanted to do was find some co-founders of it
Hmm.
and enrich it and make it a collaborative effort. So actually, that's another change that happened when you and I started to
Hmm.
co-create, was that I said this whole program would be that much better if I brought in people who could weigh in and redesign it. And I don't want it to ever be a static program. I always want it to be, and it's a dual certification program. So
Hmm.
it's conscious leader, certified conscious leader, and then certified conscious leadership trainer. And the
Hmm.
idea is you take 5 people to start it, you know, people that are committed to a lifetime of, not a lifetime, nothing has to be a lifetime, but just, to the next 3 years, let's say, to
Hmm.
um, to teaching conscious leadership. So I teach 5 people who are involved in the improvement of the program. They teach 5 people, who teach 5 people in the math. If you, it's not like an MLM, but I mean, kind of, I guess the reason why MLMs still exist and thrive in some cases are that you're exponentially increasing. So you have 5 people teaching 5 people teaching 5 people. In the span of 4 years, you would have 100,000 certified conscious leaders. And that to me is, again, a possibility that really pulls me forward.
Yeah,
I'm
good,
getting
good for
frosty.
you, good for you. Yeah, and I'm responding to Paul right now. Paul, it looks like what's happening on LinkedIn. Um, it looks like there's actually it's not just a lag, but it's like a
Loop.
almost 2 minute lag from where we
Hmm.
actually are.
Oh,
So LinkedIn is exponentially bad on the lagging today. So you'll hear that 2 minutes from now.
are you streaming anywhere else right now that we can?
I am, so I may
Okay.
stop it in some other places. Um,
I know the last time I did a StreamYard, LinkedIn didn't work at all.
okay, yeah, you were telling me that. Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
got a message later from LinkedIn that was like, sorry, it's fixed. I'm like, it's too late
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, maybe LinkedIn as a platform,
Yeah.
but thank you so much, y'all, for jumping in, engaging with us today. And based on what you have shared with us, like you said, we're going to make sure we lean into it. And start reaching out to folks. And Karen, as a last thing, just sharing with folks the topics that we actually dove into last year, and then some topics that are still out there and up for grabs for people to jump onto.
Yep. Um, nope. Entire screen window. Oh, hang on. Give me a second. I gotta copy this link into Chrome, which I'm using for StreamYard instead of Safari. So let me just open this tab, and then I can show y'all what the topics are. And yep. So we keep track of all of your suggestions when you come into the C3 community and you tell us what it is that you are an expert at, what it is, what successes, what methodologies you've tried to practice and had success with. Um, we've even done, just assertive communication, which we talked primarily about emails. And it was just, just one lesson that Lindsay Ackerman had learned from a meme that she came on and taught us all about. She started to implement this. It made her that much more influential. It resolved a whole bunch of miscommunication issues that she was having with her team. It wound up turning into faster deliverables. It really was one small thing that had a tremendous impact and success. And we dedicated one event to that, and it was amazing. So, like, if you don't have like I niche in this modality of conscious leadership, it's okay. Really, it's just, and any function of leadership has a conscious component to it, or can have a conscious component to it. So I sell staffing
Hmm.
in the
Yeah.
what people are working on. And yeah, there's absolutely a conscious way to staff and an unconscious way to staff, and we can talk about staffing in that regard.
Hmm.
Career optimization has been something that one of my mentors, Ed Samuel, came in and suggested, and that's like my niche.
Hmm.
We haven't covered it yet, just because we want to make sure that it's in demand in the community. So it
Hmm.
goes into a poll. We figure out who wants what topic. With a bunch of co-hosts and events, we can get these topics covered, and they don't have to necessarily win a poll. And that was part of what we wanted to gather here today. What are the topics? Who do we have that's active now? What events can we co-create to get this content set up and optimized for value and
Hmm.
applicability and practicality? Um, so if you see anything here that that calls to you, maybe it's a topic that you want to cover as either a panelist or a co-host, or there's a speaker that could cover this topic really well that you think should get the opportunity to share this with a C3 community. These are things we want to know. So this isn't just like a we're talking at you type of event. Obviously, this is a year-long action planning strategy session based on what the community needs and wants and how they want to co-create together. We're fostering co-creation and setting ourselves up for a great year for that.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. No, and if there are some things some topics that may not be on our sheet, that you're super passionate about, because I know some of you threw some topics out there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like you brought up, non-threatening communication, staffing. There may be areas of, development planning, that Troy mentioned. What does that look like? And again, the approach we'll take is coming on with leaders who are not only familiar with those topics, but they're practitioners and doing work in those areas. Because again, the idea of conscious leadership is really leaning in and seeing, okay, we're thinking about these topics comprehensively. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just, kind of one size fits all kind of thing, but just saying, okay, conscious leaders are those people who take into consideration not just the process, but the people. And so it's the people, the process, and the profit, the bottom line, that's all encompassed in these topics, and talking about them in a very, very meaningful way. And so if there are topics out there that are near and dear to your heart, we would love you to bring those forward so we could begin having conversations in a robust way about concepts and conversations across the spectrum, because the community works in all manner of industry. And so we're industry agnostic. So we don't lean too far to the left, to any industry. It's all welcome, to have a conversation about. And so, Karen, any last things for anybody else of how they can get engaged with us, how they can connect with us?
I also wanted to share that we're generationally agnostic too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, right. Because if
Yeah.
we're going to create change that lasts for generations, we need younger generations involved. And if we're
Hmm.
going to optimize what we leave for the next generations, then we need the older generations involved.
Hmm.
So that's what I really wanted to share.
I love that.
Um, the other way that people can really get engaged in the C3 community is, I know that everybody in the C3 community and everybody on this event right now knows at least 3 or 5 people that would be perfect for the C3 community. Now, we don't necessarily, and from the get-go, we didn't want to just, send out mass, like anybody and everybody can be in the C3 community. Not that we're not inclusive of everybody, but really this is about co-creation. We don't want necessarily people in our community who are just inactive, who are not willing to co-create. You can sit and observe and watch, and that's great. But really what's going to move us all forward is engaging and acting and co-creating. And you don't have to co-create with people in the C3 community, but we'd love to know what you're co-creating. Share that with us. I also want people to share awards that they've gotten, other speaking opportunities they've gotten. We have some C3 community members who are doing amazing things out there.
Hmm.
And I want everybody in the C3 community to celebrate that with you. So as these good things happen for you in 2022, please come into C3 and share that with us so we can, applaud you and raise you up and celebrate you and just shower you with lots of reinforcing praise, and so that you can inspire new people and show them what's possible. Those are other ways that I'd like people to engage in the C3 community.
Love that. Love that. And just for across platforms, I just shared with you all Karen and I's LinkedIn information. That's the best way to connect with us, and also the link to our C3 community on LinkedIn. And so we're going to be better together. And we're going to go further together. And so get involved. This is the first week of the year. Couldn't be a better time for you to lock in and hone in with some intentionality on who's going to be your community to help you navigate 2022. And so always exciting, always a pleasure to be here with you, Karen.
Oh man, Lawrence, I'm so excited for the year to come. You made last year so awesome. You made 2020 bearable. I can't wait. Well, we didn't even talk about ConCon, right? I mean, we're already talking about ConCon. We're
We
already
are.
like, well, this is how it's going to be. This is how we're going to make it really
Yep.
valuable. We want other people to be involved in ConCon. We want it to be the place that people can go to level up their consciousness and put conscious leadership into action in ways that they hadn't been able to before. We all need we're all like, going into conscious leadership with a certain library of information. When we share that, it becomes that much more expansive and applicable. And, besides going and just being together, which I can't wait to be together, I'm so hoping that we can all be together in person and on the other side of a lot of the challenges that have been vexing us the last couple of years. But even if we're not, we will find a way to make sure that this community thrives and advances conscious leadership together. And if you have ideas about ConCon, if you want to be involved in ConCon in any way, we definitely want to shout out to our ConCon sponsor, the Academy of Creative Coaching. And we're excited to engage additional sponsors and really just promote all of the things that help leaders create other leaders. Really, that's the point. Is let's get, when you have a good leader creating other leaders, then conscious leadership spreads naturally as a byproduct.
Oh, multiplication, not addition. All right. I love it. I love it. Well, y'all, be back here at the beginning of February for another conscious conversation as we dig into some juicy, juicy topics here in 2022. So until next time, folks, connect with me and Karen. Connect with me and Karen and the rest of the community. Connect with me and Karen and the rest of the community. That was not a loop. That was it. All right, Karen. Any last words for the people?
um, have a great year. I really hope that that this is your year, but not necessarily the best year yet. I just hope it's the beginning of a good year that becomes more good years.
I love it. All right. Until next time, folks. Be well. Be kind to each other.